White Phoenix of the Crown versus Cosmic Armor Superman, who would win? In the endless expanse beyond time, beyond multiverses, beyond even the concept of storytelling itself, two of the most incomprehensible forces in fiction are set on a collision course that reality itself struggles to justify. On one side stands the White Phoenix of the Crown, the purest manifestation of the Phoenix Force at its absolute peak, where Jean Grey transcends mortality, identity, and individuality, becoming something closer to a cosmic principle than a being. On the other side stands Cosmic Armor Superman, also known as the Thought Robot, a construct forged in the monitor sphere outside the narrative layers of existence, designed not merely to fight threats, but to adapt to them at a conceptual level that can rewrite probability itself. This is not a battle of strength alone. This is a war between narrative fire and narrative armor, between creation and adaptation, between absolute rebirth and infinite correction. The White Phoenix of the Crown exists as the culmination of the Phoenix Force, a cosmic entity tied to life, death, and rebirth across all realities. In this form, Jean Grey is no longer simply a mutant, no longer a hero, and no longer even a singular consciousness in the traditional sense. She becomes the white-hot room made manifest, a being who perceives timelines like threads in a loom and rewrites existence by burning away what is broken and replacing it with something new. Her power is not just destruction. It is purification on a multiversal scale. Entire universes can be erased and reborn in her presence, not out of malice, but as an act of cosmic necessity. She operates on emotion elevated to cosmic law, where thought becomes reality and will becomes the flame that reshapes everything it touches. Cosmic Armor Superman, however, is something fundamentally different. He is not just Superman. He is an idea of Superman engineered to survive any story, any contradiction, and any narrative threat that might attempt to erase him. Designed within the monitor sphere, he exists as a meta-response to crisis-level anomalies across infinite realities. His power is not limited to physical strength or energy manipulation. It is adaptive storytelling defense. He can alter his structure, his output, and even his conceptual framework based on what threatens him. If reality defines an attack, he evolves beyond that definition. If logic is used as a weapon, he becomes something that no longer obeys logic. He is, in essence, a living counterargument to extinction itself. When these two forces first become aware of each other, the recognition is not physical, it is existential. The White Phoenix senses a presence that does not burn, does not break, and does not submit to the cycle of death and rebirth. Cosmic Armor Superman registers a force that does not conform to narrative containment, something that does not merely exist within reality but reshapes reality as a side effect of existing. The battlefield is not a planet, not a galaxy, not even a universe. It is a shifting conceptual void where dimensions flicker like unstable thoughts. The White Phoenix moves first, not as a physical motion, but as a rewriting of the space around Cosmic Armor Superman. Entire layers of existence dissolve into white fire, a cleansing inferno that erases causality itself. Time begins to unravel, forcing moments to exist simultaneously before collapsing into nothing. In response, Cosmic Armor Superman activates adaptive resistance. His form shifts not to resist the Phoenix Force directly, but to redefine what it means to be affected by it. The burning reality around him fails to find a consistent definition to attach itself to, and as a result, the damage cannot fully stabilize. But the Phoenix does not rely on a single strike. It expands. It learns. It becomes aware that this opponent is not bound by conventional destruction. Instead of attacking the form, it attacks the concept of adaptation itself. The White Phoenix begins rewriting the possibility space, attempting to define Cosmic Armor Superman as something that can be ended, something that can be concluded within a narrative arc. For a brief moment, reality trembles, because even abstract constructs struggle when forced into definitions that oppose their nature. Cosmic Armor Superman responds by doing something unprecedented. He begins to rewrite the observer effect itself. Instead of reacting to the Phoenix, he anticipates the structure of the story. The thought robot evolves into a state where he is no longer just a participant in the battle, but also a counterweight to the narrative framing that defines it. It is as if the story itself begins to resist being written against him. His attacks are not physical, they are conceptual corrections, each strike stabilizing his existence against the rewrite attempts of the Phoenix Force. The clash escalates beyond comprehension. The White Phoenix ignites entire layers of multiversal timelines, collapsing infinite possibilities into singular moments of pure white fire. Cosmic Armor Superman counters by anchoring himself to the improbability field, ensuring that no matter how many universes are rewritten, a version of him always persists just outside the rewritten structure. It becomes a loop of escalation. Phoenix expands reality, Superman expands beyond reality. Phoenix rewrites existence, Superman adapts outside existence. Then comes the turning point. The White Phoenix of the Crown reaches a state of absolute saturation, where its power attempts to unify all timelines into a single purified existence. In this moment, it tries to define Cosmic Armor Superman as part of the system it is rewriting, attempting to absorb him into the rebirth cycle of totality. For an instant, it appears to succeed, because even cosmic fire must eventually consume what exists within a defined framework. But Cosmic Armor Superman is not fully within that framework. He shifts again, and this time the adaptation is not defensive, it is reflective. He mirrors the Phoenix's rewriting intent, not by overpowering it, but by redirecting narrative causality back onto the Phoenix itself. The White Phoenix suddenly encounters resistance not from an opponent, but from the very concept of absolute rewriting. Paradoxes begin forming within its infinite flame. The Phoenix Force attempts to evolve further, pushing Jean Grey beyond identity, beyond form, into pure cosmic rebirth energy. But Cosmic Armor Superman has already adapted to infinite escalation. He becomes proof that any force, no matter how absolute, can be counter-defined. The battle is no longer about raw power, it becomes a question of who controls the rules of transformation itself. Slowly, the White Phoenix begins to destabilize, not because it is weaker, but because it depends on unrestricted rewriting of existence. Cosmic Armor Superman's adaptation introduces resistance into that process. The Phoenix finds itself unable to establish a stable final outcome for its opponent. In the final exchange, Cosmic Armor Superman executes a conceptual override. He does not erase the Phoenix Force, but instead locks its interaction into a self-resolving paradox loop. The White Phoenix still burns, still exists, still holds unimaginable power, but its ability to definitively overcome the thought robot becomes eternally unresolved. Meanwhile, Superman's adaptive existence stabilizes just enough to maintain superiority within the framework of the conflict. And so, the verdict emerges from the collapsing boundary of infinite possibility. The White Phoenix of the Crown represents ultimate rebirth and cosmic rewriting, but Cosmic Armor Superman represents something even more dangerous in this context. Adaptation beyond narrative certainty. While the Phoenix can rewrite everything, Cosmic Armor Superman can evolve beyond the rewrite itself. Final result: Cosmic Armor Superman wins.